Today, Tiny Cabin's finally getting flooring. So this video, I'm going to show you all throwing everything in. It's definitely not going to be a how-to video. In fact, by the end of it, maybe a how not to video. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't go too bad. But pretty excited about it because for the last 2.5 years, I've basically just been looking at the subfloor, which although it doesn't look like terrible, it's painted black. You can see the bolt holes from where the subfloor is actually mounted to the trailer underneath. You can see a bunch of like glue stains from whenever I sprayed the foam insulation, and some of it fell and kind of made a mess everywhere. As well as just, it's just one more thing that's been on the list to do, so it's gonna be nice to knock it out, and I think it'll start kind of tying things together pretty well. Headed in. Quite the junk show, but Scannic's down, so this is what we got. Went ahead and went with the SmartCore Pro just because it's 100% waterproof, which whenever I'm coming in here tracking snow, and then summer it's always raining, and then it's supposed to be good down to -25, which the cabin does see on occasion whenever I'm not here and the wood stove's not going. I did this kind of dark color, you can see, just because I wanted something that didn't contrast or didn't, I guess, coincide too much with the wood. I wanted something where it wasn't just a bunch of 100 different shades of wood. So it's already kind of a dark color, as you can see, so I'm hoping that we'll just kind of add a little bit more continuity, and hoping the gray is nice without looking too dark. Pulled the panel out. The video actually makes it look a little bit lighter than in person. It's kind of a darker gray. It's almost got like a bluish hue to it. So we'll see how it looks. Maybe I'll set it up near. I think that's gonna look good. We'll see what happens. Went ahead and got this 3mm underlay. It says it helps waterproof, which I theoretically don't need since the vinyl is already kind of accomplishing that. But the main reason I got it is just so that when you're stepping on it, it doesn't make a bunch of noise and you're not, it's not transmitting sound super easily on this subfloor. So we'll throw this down first and then start throwing the vinyl floor on top of it. So anytime you have a project like this, you always do the first step and make sure you take the instructions and crumple it all up, because I'm not gonna look at it anyways. I'm gonna try and clean up all these little cracks and crevices, just get everything out from underneath it. Oh, apparently not. I guess I gotta charge this thing. Good news about this project is this tiny cabin, square footage is only like 130 square feet if you don't include the upper loft, and that's also not taking out the space that the cabinets are in, the bathroom, and then the hearth, however you say that correctly, underneath the wood stove. So probably only like, I don't know, 90 square feet, give or take, of actual flooring that's gonna go down. So minus all the little nooks and crannies and cuts and kind of annoying bits I gotta go around there, hopefully this project shouldn't go too bad. Mocked up the floor and just kind of see how I was going to lay. I don't have the underlayment down, but I'm waiting for the little vacuum so that I can get underneath all the siding, get all the little bits and pieces out before I lay everything down. But anyways, mocked it up. It's looking pretty decent. Starting to lay down the underlayment. It says quiet. That's the main reason why I'm doing this, just because it's such a small area and sound does reverberate. Underlayment on this part's down. Kind of a little bit of a mess over there. Had to turn the couch up on the side so I could get around through there. Chose a gray bird day to do all the work because if it was sunny, I'd feel guilty about it. So now I can feel like I'm not feeling too bad to stay inside and get some work done. Got the first little bit. Couch is shuffled over. Next little bit is this ladder. I've loosened the screws on this, and the goal is that I can just kind of lift up and slide the flooring underneath and then screw back down through. That way I don't have to make a bunch of weird cuts all the way around it, and I think it'll look a little cleaner. I won't have to worry about doing any sort of trim or anything like that, so hopefully that works out. Well, the idea to just lift up the stairs, see if I can lift it one-handed, seems to work pretty well. So got the rest of this all squared away. So we're gonna just keep laying vinyl. Just keep rolling. Plan seemed to work. Way better than trying to cut trim all the way around it. Now it just sits right on top. And then I just screwed down through it. Ignore the, obviously this one's a little higher than that, but whatever, it's cabin. Corner piece going in. Bam! Just like that. Well, just realized when I sucked that down, it pulled a gap right there. Thought I had it all nice and clean. I was working on stuff down there and then saw this, so I'm gonna have to try and hopefully fix that so I don't have a gap right in the middle where everybody's gonna see. Alright, I fixed it, luckily, before I got too much further along. I had to cut that piece and that piece right around the hearth. Or at least once, eventually that'll obviously get tiled, but I had to cut those around, but now it should be pretty smooth rolling from here till we get to the cabinets and into the little hallway to the bathroom. Coming right along. Working the way down the hall. I'll get this little area back here behind the couch, and then I can put the couch back. And then it's just the hallway to the bathroom. Final stretch. View of the flooring from the loft. Still got to put in trim piece under the door and over here on the side, but it's coming along. Not too shabby. Just working our way into the hall now. The nice thing about getting it underneath these barn doors is right now these things just swing and they're super annoying because every time you open and shut them they slam and they don't stay. But they've got basically a guide that'll have to router out on the bottom, and that will then keep this bottom area on more or less a track or a guide, however you want to call it. And been looking forward to being able to do that because these things always are swinging and it drives me crazy. Working our way down the hallway. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a hallway. I guess it's technically the kitchen, but getting down in here. Time to put in the transition piece now. Probably end up gluing it down because it doesn't quite sit in the groove. Kind of wiggles a little bit, but looks clean. And at least got a transition into the bathroom now. The bathroom wood floor was stuff that I bought super cheap. It's actually bamboo. It's kind of expensive, real hardwood flooring, but didn't have enough of it to do the whole rest of here, so went with the vinyl. I messed up that piece twice, so definitely getting a little tired, a little mentally fatigued, but luckily I think I have enough pieces to make it work. I don't have a whole lot of stuff left. I don't have any more full pieces, so kind of made a boneheaded mistake the second time. I rushed it since I was frustrated that I messed it up the first cut, and I'm hoping that I still have enough material to make it go, because that would suck to be one short. Well, that last piece that I screwed up was a $60 mistake, because that was the one that I needed to finish it. I need one more full piece so that I can make the final cutout and get everything else done. So that's kind of frustrating, but whatever. I guess it is what it is. That's why I should have just stopped and gone to bed instead of trying to just keep cranking through. I ended up, I think, just getting fatigued and cut on the wrong side that I was supposed to, and made the right measurement, but just cut the wrong side. I guess the only additional piece of that is that now probably have to wait about 2 to maybe even 3 months before Lowe's will get in the additional stuff. At least that's how long I had to wait for this initial shipment. So I guess insult to injury there. A little dirty, but there's new floors. And there's the missing piece that I screwed up. So I'm one short, and probably will have to look at that missing thing for a good 2.5 months now, but whatever. I hadn't had floors for a year, so, or 2.5 years now, so I can deal with it. It's a gorgeous morning.